Guys, it's World Tai Chi Day, and sometimes I do an event, and normally I don't. But I wanted to share one small form with you done in honor of World Tai Chi Day, 3 different ways, 3 different styles: Wu style, Yang style, and Chen style. So I'm going to show you a small movement. You guys know it already, probably the Tai Chi poem, if you follow my channel. So the Tai Chi poem is very simple, and this is the basic way to do it. You have a big watermelon, you cut it in half, you give half to her, but she doesn't want any. So you give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. Yum, 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 yum. That's the Tai Chi poem. Taught to little kids in schools in China, and now we're going to do it 3 different ways. That basic ways you could consider Yang style, but we're going to go into more detail of the Yang style, and then we're going to do more a Wu style version. We're going to do a reverse breathing Tai Chi version as well. So we'll do 4 different ways. And here we go. Let's go for the Yang style first. Remember, 3 different ways to do the same super short form in honor of World Tai Chi Day. So weight on the heels, imaginary string, lifts you up from the top of your head, creating the posture. Relaxation cascading down the spine as you soften your knees. Everything's softening. That doesn't mean dead weight relaxation. That means minimize tension that's required to hold a posture. That's what relaxation means. Minimize the tension, optimize the posture. Suck in the belly button just slightly, lift the collarbone just slightly. Tailbone as if there's a weight on it, meaning that if the butt's sticking out, it drops down, but not flat back, meaning like tucking in. You're not tucking in. Okay, so we have our posture, belly button, collarbone, mouth closed, all the breathing through the nose. Your tongue is gently placed on the ceiling of the mouth, and slight tension in the anus. Slight tension in the anus, tongue on the ceiling of the mouth. In traditional Chinese medicine, that's the positive and negative sides of like an internal, like a battery in your body, connecting the energy going up and down the front of the body, the conception vessel, to the energy going up and down the back, the spinal cord, etc., the governing vessel. So, slight tension in the anus, tongue on the ceiling of the mouth, and all that posture we just talked about. Now, inhale, fingertips, through the fingertips, up, 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 going onto the toes, exhaling down. Just getting ourselves into the mode, feel nice and smooth and strong. Now we're going to start the poem. Inhaling up, reaching straight up, exhale out, and curving the arms to where the fingers are pointing. Shift the weight to the left foot, or you can pick either one for this, because we're going to do both sides. Inhale and spin whatever foot you're on. I'm on my left, that means my right hand is spinning toward, I'm turning toward my left. Spinning toward my left palm. Like this. Like that. Spinning, inflating my tricep, and then exhale, step out. From the side, looks like this. Front here. Notice that my middle finger of my left hand is touching the right hand. Of course, this is a live stream, so everything's backwards. But I'm touching the pulse of my right hand. Inhale, draw the hands in as if you're a cat clawing, pulling on the ether. And then bring that to guard, like a boxer, gentle guard. Step 45 degrees and exhale, push. You're going to exhale and push, 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 push. My feet are now in a front stance. My feet are shoulder width apart and in terms of distance, back leg 45 degrees out. Boom. Inhale onto the back leg, shift the weight, stepping back, shift the weight, step the other leg out. And I'm just going to move for the camera. Exhale, push. Inhale, draw in, step the leg back, and exhale down, halfway. Notice that my palms are facing down. This is a particular type of hold. If you're grappling, if you do judo, you'll know it, or Greco-Roman wrestling, a little blade to keep distance between you and an opponent before you close the distance and do a particular type of throw. And inhale up, exhale down. So once again, the Tai Chi poem that we just did is, you have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to her, but she doesn't want any. So you give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. No, 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 no. Now we're going to do it the other direction, but we're going to do it reverse breathing yang style. So we just did the yang style basic, very simple, easy stances. Yang style is the most popular style of Tai Chi, partially because the stances are easier, people can get into it. That doesn't mean it's not powerful, it just means that there's some other precision that we're going to go deeper into right now in this next version. Reverse breathing Tai Chi. So we're going to inhale up, exhale down, same as before. And now we're going to exhale even deeper. Pelvis rotates to the femur, and I'm going to shift onto my right leg. So look how I'm collapsing into the crease on the groin. The crease where the pelvis meets the femur, near the groin. Look at how I'm just softening this area, and I'm exhaling, going in. And I feel the weight go down, the muscle wrap, and the weight go down the inside of the leg. They're very important details because this helps you create a stronger root into the ground. Gives you better balance, and also if you're a wrestler or grappler, it's really, really amazing in terms of rooting and getting heavier on your opponent. So exhale, going down, like you're falling asleep down this inside of the leg, and then inhale. Now we're spinning like we did before. So that looks like this, closer up. Exhale down, exhale to the crease, inhale, spin like that. And as I inhale, I spin the fingers and I inflate the tricep, blowing it up like a balloon. So, again, go to sleep, inhale up, exhale, staying very small from the side. It looks like I'm very small in the cat stance. And then inhale, inflate the fingertips come forward, still with the middle finger on the pulse, and my toes are leading as well. So my toe on my foot comes out and forward. And now I'm here in our stance here. Exhale, going to sleep, pelvis rotating on the femur, again, going down, cat claws, again. And I've shifted the weight, brought the foot back, shifting the weight to my left, step, exhale, going to sleep, falling into the crease of the groin right here, inhale, inflating. Look at what's happening here. I'm turning the foot for the camera. I'm inhaling and I'm inflating the triceps, so my fingers are creating a structure, meaning that I'm not pushing my hands out too far. Wherever I create where my target is, very important concept, wherever your target is, you make the connection and then you fill the shape. So if you want to hit the target here, whether it's a punch or a push, you fill the shape here. If you want to go through the target, you fill the shape here, meaning you break through the target, doesn't matter if it's there or not. And you just create the shape, meaning that the shape is different than, let's say, extending a punch or punching through, etc. You are creating a shape within that would take over the space. It's a different way of thinking about creating creating a shape in particular of whatever end posture you want. So Kung Fu, Tai Chi, Black Karate, you may go for a punch like this, but with reverse breathing Tai Chi, you're going to inflate into the structure that you want and not go beyond it. So that's happening here. Inflate, exhale, go to sleep. And we're going to inhale, create that shape again, shift the weight, step. And notice how small, it's almost hard to see the details here because it's so small. It's a very sneaky style. Inhaling, exhale, going to sleep, inhale, step, exhaling down. I'll break that down in a second. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So this is considered the evil empire of Tai Chi when I was younger, until we joined the empire. My dad and I, we got recruited onto the U.S. Tai Chi push hands team, and Grandmaster William C.C. Chen, when I was growing up, people villainized his style, but they were also the best fighters, so they were kind of considered like an evil empire by a lot of folks who were from different styles. Grandmaster William C.C. Chen really led the way in this reverse breathing Tai Chi mechanic, this body mechanic. Very much a pioneer. And notice that this whole structure that I was explaining earlier, it's very small, very sneaky small circles. And a lot of folks from other styles don't completely miss this stuff. So exhale, step, look at the small step, Watch this hip fall into this groin. Exhaling, going to sleep, all the way going down the inside of the leg. Inhale, inflating up as if I'm bouncing a ball. So my hip just went down here, and then when I inhale, it's like I'm bouncing up, and I'm literally taking pressure, my weight, and I'm dropping it down and lifting it back up. When you're playing with an opponent, a partner, grappling, sparring, it feels as if you're throwing, you're bouncing the partner off their own route. So they may have their own balance, and you take them, you bring them down a little bit, they want to go up, you time it, and you inflate up and push them off their route. It is expert level, super high level, strategic Tai Chi. I highly recommend it to explore this more. Grandmaster William C.C. Chen is truly amazing. Now, because it's World Tai Chi Day, we're going to the Wu style, and then we're going to do Chen style. So the Wu style is feet parallel. It's a harder stance than traditional Yang style. And traditional Yang style, depending on some histories, the Wu style was actually the original Yang style, and the Yang family changed it to make it more popular, make Tai Chi more popular. So instead of the foot out 45 degrees here, which is easier, you're going to have that back foot parallel to the front foot, and here you go. Notice that I should be able to lift this leg at all times when you're in this back stance, and when you're in the front stance, the pushing, rather than here, it's going to look like this, and you'll be in what's called an A-frame, Wu style A-frame. Straight left from the back heel to the top of the head, nose over the knee, knee over the big toe. And notice, similar to the note I gave you moments ago for the reverse breathing Yang, you're going to have the back hip melting into the front groin. So the hips and shoulders are not square. If you are a traditional Wu stylist, you may learn that you're originally taught hips and shoulders square forward. So in our training for competition, we've recognized that, my father and I, and we've adapted our form with the mechanic of the reverse breathing. So we bring it in here, melting it to the inside so that we're not overcommitted or locked in the groin when pressing forward. Even here, still spiraling into that leg. So we're going to do it now. This is the Wu style Tai Chi poem. Remember, the Tai Chi poem is still, you have to have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. And we're going to start with the feet parallel this time rather than out. So, matter of fact, let's start with the feet shoulder width apart, which is more of a Wu style tradition. In general, you wouldn't start with the heels together, feet 45 degrees out. And there's different, Grandmaster Chen shares a story of why the feet are presented like this in certain forms, and that was because of the military stance in the early 1900s, and demonstrating forms for the Chinese military and doing this stance with them, and then starting out your traditional form. So, again, that's a story from Grandmaster William C.C. Chen. He can speak to it more than I can. We're going to start here. Feet shoulder width apart, parallel. Suck in the belly button. Collarbone lifts slightly. Imaginary string lifts you from the top of the head, and relaxation cascading down. Slight tension in the anus, tongue on the ceiling of the mouth closed, all the breathing into the nose. Visualizing the breath as a color going into the lower dantian, or the second chakra, 3 finger lengths below the belly button, or 2 inches. All the breathing is going to be focused there. Even with the slight tension in the sucking in of the belly button, which is new for me since I've been restructuring my spine after a car accident last year. So sucking in the belly button slightly, I use my obliques more and my lower back more to pull in the oxygen rather than inflating my belly a lot. So even though the inflation of the belly is super important, and I still have to keep that in my own practice. Here we go. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Wu style version. Inhaling, shifting to one leg, spinning, spiraling. Exhale. Eye in the middle finger, other hand touches the pulse. Inhale. Remember, we're here again, so you should be able to lift your foot all the way down the back leg. Inhale. Draw in. Shift the weight. Step 45 degrees. And we're going to do a inhale. Draw in. Shift the weight. Step 45 degrees. And we're going to do a long with you. I do my best to always make sure that I am giving him all my attention. So, Here we go. And here we go. Hey, buddy, just do this this Tai Chi poem with me because I'm streaming for World Tai Chi Day. Let's do it together. We're gonna do the big one, the Chen style one. The whoa.
What?
The big one where we go whoa.
Okay.
Okay. So this is. So my son is on. I'm going to jump off and hang with him. But here are the last two forms. This is the Wu style. We were just in the middle of it. Jet called, and we're going to finish it up, and then we're going to do the Chen style. So the Wu style version, and Jet, you can do it any way, your normal way. Feet shoulder width apart, parallel. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhale to one side. Exhale. Inhale, draw and step back. Step wide. Exhale, push. Ooh, look at my elbows dropping down. Inhale, pulling back. Notice how I loaded my hips on the other side. And look, I bring the foot back and then I turn in. Shifting the weight. Exhale, step. Big push. I'm going to my A-frame. This is the Wu style variation. Inhale, drawing in. Bring the foot in. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Great. And now we're going to do the Chen style. Chen style, what we really mean, this is kind of like a Wudang remix. My son and I do this ourselves a lot, and for fun, but it also trains deeper stances. So all we're really doing here is deeper stances, more whipping motions, and whipping the breath through the body in a more explosive way. That's really what we're calling Chen style, and it's going to be great. So let's go for it. Inhale deep. Exhaling down. Inhale deep. Sit as much as you can. Inhale deep. And then big stance. Inhale, draw in. Step in. Dropping down. And big stance. Inhale deep. Step in. And you know what? Let's step into a horse stance. Inhaling up, up, up. Exhaling down. Two more breaths. Big. Exhale down the front. Inhale up, turn to the right. Exhale down. Inhale up, turn to the left. Exhale down. One more. Exhale down. And slap the leg. Up, up. Up the inside of the arm. Down the outside. Up the inside of the arm. Turn down the outside. Over the shoulders. Tap on the back. Inhaling up. And finally, 3 breaths. Close. Eyes halfway. Exhale. Ocean of blood returns to the source. 2 more. Just your fingertips really raising up. Exhale down. And 1 more soft breath. Close your eyes. Inhale, white line to the belly. Spread it to the whole body. Another breath into the belly. Make a big bubble around the body. White light. 1 more breath. And wash the light as far as you can outside of you. Gratitude for the body, the space you're in, the good people in your life. Happy World Tai Chi Day. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. If you have a thought, question, or idea, Coach Jan, just message me anywhere at Jan's Tai Chi. Love you.